Alright, here we are on the InfoWars. Zelensky asks Italy to expel Putin supporters. Well, here's the question. What defines a Putin supporter? I mean, if you're just questioning the war in Ukraine, then you're labeled a Putin supporter, right? Because you're supposed to be for Slava Ukrainia all the way. And speaking on the whole expel people, Italy should be expelling all the illegal invaders. I'm going to call them invaders because they're not migrants. They're literally invading Italy and Western Europe in general. Same thing with the states, the southern border, etc. Anyway, let's continue with the article. Italy should revoke the visas of people with pro-Putin views to make sure they do not disrupt the delivery of Western military aid to Kiev. I don't see how that's possible because since when do the government listen to the people? Anywho, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said at a press conference on Sunday. He made the comments a day after signing a security agreement with Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni during her visit to the Ukrainian capital. A reporter for the Italian daily, I don't know what that means, asked Zelensky whether people in Europe that are sympathetic towards Russian President Vladimir Putin could complicate the flow of weapons to Ukraine. Again, I don't see how, but anyway. I'm very thankful to your Prime Minister. She's on our side, and I'm happy with the accord that we signed yesterday. This is why I have my doubts with this Melonia person being a conservative and pro-Italy. I mean, if you're pro-Italy, why are you spending all this money on a foreign country? There are a lot of pro-Putin people in Italy. Again, like, what does that mean? Like me, for example, I live in a small town, and when I was growing up, there was nowhere near as many homeless people as there are now. And yet Canada is sending all this money to Ukraine. I would much rather that money stay in Canada to build homeless shelters to get all these people off the street, which would be better for public health because, having a whole whack of homeless people living on the street, that's ripe for disease. You could use that money to hire people to act as security guards for the homeless shelters. You don't allow any drugs or alcohol or anything. Try to clean up these homeless people if they need to be cleaned up, i.e., if they're drug addicts or alcoholics, or maybe they just need a helping hand to get back on their feet. I don't know. And if that makes me pro Putin, well, that's pretty pathetic. Anyway, back to the article. First of all, you have to cancel their visas, Zelensky responded in English. He went on to urge Italy to provide more weapons, including anti-air missile systems. Kiev frequently accuses its critics in Europe and the US, including politicians and people such as tech billionaire Elon Musk, of spreading Russian propaganda. Ukrainians say Elon is spreading Russian propaganda. And the Russians, they say that Western media is spreading propaganda. That's war. That's what they do. Anyway, let's keep going. Last month, the Ukrainian embassy in Rome protested several events dedicated to its ongoing conflict with Russia. In one case, a school in the Lizo region, I probably said that wrong. I hope I said that wrong, because Lizzo's the stuff of nightmares, organized an online conference with a school from Russia's Luhansk People's Republic, which Ukraine views as occupied territory. Now see, I heard that the Luhansk region, the people there, they want to break away from Ukraine because they view themselves more as Russian, but that's just what I heard. Ukrainian diplomats also complained about a planned exhibition and conference in Medina dedicated to the reconstruction and recovery of the Donbass city of Mariupol, which was captured by Russia in 2022 after months of fierce fighting. The organizers described Mariupol as a symbol of the popular revolt against the junta, I think it is, in Kiev. The mayor canceled the event, arguing that it would be seen as support for Russia's military operation in the neighboring state. So anyway, to summarize my thoughts on this article, I I thought that Georgina Maloney person was pro-Italy. I don't see how you can be pro-Italy and give all this stuff to Ukraine, but that's just me. I mean, I always thought I was pro-Canadian, which I am, but the Canadian government's giving all this money to Ukraine, and like I said earlier, I'd be much happier with that money being spent on all the homeless people. But hey, that's just me. Anyway, take care out there in Clown World.